All right. I had a course that I have blended, and so I wanted to integrate VoiceThread, but have them do some activities in the community or somehow that linked back to class. And so I had this great idea of doing a virtual field trip with VoiceThread. And I shared this when I did it. I shared a copy of it, which I have up now, but I can show you the real deal if you want to. But basically what I did was I decided, because we were covering cardiac content, that I wanted them to go find where automatic external defibrillators are in the community. And so I was able to kind of get them to look around and see, because when you take CPR, it seems like, or I think the implication is that AEDs are like everywhere. They're available at any mall, any airport, anywhere you go that's populated, and it's actually not true. So, which was actually good for me to know too, because I wasn't sure where they were available or not, but that's what I had them do. Go out, and I had them use the mobile app to do the virtual field trip. So I did an introduction explaining, and for some reason it's really funny, on a couple of my slides you'll see the A does not come up, but I loaded it, unloaded it, reloaded it, and then I wrote the A in. That was my...
You can edit.
That's what I did. So I edited the slide. I saved it again. I think it had to do with the format it was in, because I've had some problems with this before where PowerPoint sometimes doesn't load exactly formatted right.
So if you save it as an images instead of a PowerPoint file, it will look beautiful.
Okay. Well, it was an A, so I just wrote it in. I just moved forward at that point, but I have had better luck with saving it as a PDF and uploading it also. So I did an introduction and explained to them what I wanted them to do. And then I gave them just a little why we're doing this, kind of motivational speech. And then I gave them instructions. So I told them to go to any public arena, area, or space. It could be somewhere they go all the time. I wanted them to ask about where an AED was and find out. So it could be everyday places they visit. The other option, I gave them a couple options. It was either find an AED, or if they can't find an AED, see if they can find some cardiac health education somewhere, or where the general population gets information about cardiac health. Are there posters, are there signs, are there places they could go? And then I wanted them to use the mobile app to record. So those who located an AED, I had post here, and that's what an example of an AED looks like. And again, see, my A is missing, so I wrote it in.
It doesn't like A's.
I know, it was really strange. It was really funny. And those who posted for cardiac education or found something there would post here. And then if they found some other public information they wanted to share, I left it there, but no one posted on the last slide. So just to give you an example, everybody found different things.
Hi guys, I'm here at the downtown Santa Barbara fire station, and I located an AED. It's right here behind me. I asked the firefighter here on duty, and he said that all the rigs are equipped with an AED, and that there's not one in the facility, but the whole rigs, 1, 2, 3, 4 rigs here. They all have an AED.
So that was really interesting, because in LA County, which is where I have students go to clinical, I'm teaching a splendid course up at Goleta, so they're in Santa Barbara. And in Ventura County, we have paramedic responders and then fire response to fire. And so they have AEDs, I think, in Ventura County. But in LA County is the emergency response. So they actually have monitors that they read the rhythm. So they don't carry AEDs. So it was really funny. I said, why would fire have AED? But then I realized it's the difference between counties. So sometimes that's good for them to know, especially if they're going between counties.
That is really fabulous. What a wonderful example of constructivist learning. It's terrific.
Hello, classmates. So my search for an AED continues. I went to the beach today, and it's swimming, and I was going to check the lifeguard towers. However, the lifeguard tower season is over. So I came to the Stearns Wharf. Ta-da! And I was just talking to some people to see if I could find one on the wharf, because there are like fire hoses and life preserves that you can throw in. So I figured it's kind of a place that's far away and harder to get to if there is an emergency. So I talked to the guy at the water taxi station, and he introduced me to one of the maintenance workers, and they told me that Moby Dick has one inside. So I'm going to go take a look and see if they'll let me take a little video of it.
I know, I didn't actually require them to take a video of it, but I think it's funny that they made the extra effort.
Look, it's really here.
I know.
I swear.
And if you come in and turn to the right, there's a staircase. And on the wall is the defibrillator.
You can tell they're proud of what they found. I love it.
So it's really funny. And then I had another student, so for the cardiac health education, it was
some great cardiac education.
so one of the students went to the library just to see what they had and gave a whole spiel about what he found in the library, which was great.
So one of the wonders myself was, where if all this information centralized. Well, as students, we have a lot of information available to us. We can get on the internet whenever we want. We've got textbooks discussing everything. But where does, say, like a person that does not have access to the internet, or even to healthcare for that matter? So I thought I would go down to our public library and see what they have available in the line of cardiac education. So there's probably going to be 2 or 3 of these postings. So if they get a little bit long-winded, I apologize. So, okay, enjoy.
It's on a mission.
So he went through and gave a couple resources that he found out at the library, which is great.
So what library was this?
In Santa Barbara, the public library, I guess. So it was a short and easy voice thread for me to put together. I'm going to do another field trip in a week or 2 and ask them to go find out information. I haven't figured out exactly how to pose it, but something related to disaster preparation, because we're covering that material. And so I think it's good for them, again, to see where is this applicable in the community. That's what I did.